So the tiers are elite, superstar, star, developmental with superstar upside, average starters. All right. So I guess we'll just go in order. We got Kyler. Why? I'm probably not gonna rank a lot of these because I mean, where do you put Teddy Bridgewater? Like he's Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know what to say about Teddy Bridgewater. So we will. Holy shit, Gardner Minshew. Um, we will start with Kyler. What do I think about Kyler? He's not developmental. Is he a fringe starter? I mean, when he's good, he's really good, but it's very rare. Yeah, I think honestly, I'm gonna make him an average starter. Actually, that's probably he's definitely not superstar upside by any means. When he first came into the league, you could say that, but now he's kind of just is what he is. Certainly not a star. I would say he's average. Peen Boy. What do we got to say about Peen Boy? Last year, I would have had him a lot higher. Yeah, I'd say he's developmental with starter upside. I think that's about all you can say about him. I think that the Falcons are considering moving on from him already. Um, so that says a lot. Typically, you give a quarterback, especially someone you traded up for, more than 1 year. But he really just didn't show much when he played. Kirk Cousins, high level backup at this point in his career. There was a point in Kirk Cousins' career where he was solid, but at this point, I think he's definitely a high level backup. You got Lamar. Yeah, Lamar's elite. Josh Allen, elite. Bryce Young, that's an interesting one. I don't like that. Can I move this tier list down? Okay. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know why they have developmental with star upside. I feel like that's higher than an average starter. If I have to take a quarterback right now between Kyler and Bryce Young, I'm taking Bryce Young. I know it's a big joke right now, but on Instagram I see it all the time that some days Bryce Young wakes up and he's Tom Brady, and then other times he wakes up and he's uh, Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, that's a Mitch Trubisky shot for no reason, but he wakes up and he just plays horrible. Like against my 49ers, he played horrible, and then the next week he went and beat the Rams. So I think that's the most Bryce Young thing of all time. Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has looked pretty good. He last week he threw a horrible interception against the Packers. Was that last week? Who did the Bears just play? Yeah, they just played the Packers. He threw a horrible interception to end the game. Just threw it to the defense there. But he's definitely, I think he has superstar potential, especially with Ben Johnson as his offensive coordinator. That is a big cheat code. Andy Dalton. He's a high level backup. Joe Burrow is elite. Deshaun Watson. We're not even gonna rank Deshaun Watson, dude. All right, I'll rank Deshaun Watson. Fuck it. Man, there was a point in Deshaun's career where, yeah, I think he has to be at the bottom at this point. There's a point in Deshaun Watson's career where he would have been in the elite tier, and it's kind of crazy how far he fell off. Shador. Shador is an interesting one. I think no matter where you rank Shador, people are going to have a lot of bad things to say about it. I think, I mean, he looked great versus the Titans. Great, maybe overstate. He looked very good against the Titans. When he played my 49ers, he did not look very good, but I mean, Stefanski really just didn't give him a chance. I'm going to say he has. I don't want to say he's worse than Bryce Young, no doubt about it. If I had to take a quarterback right now for the future, we know what Kyler Murray is, and it's not the best. I mean, how many times have the Cardinals made the playoffs the last few years? Only a couple times, I think. There are times where Kyler Murray's looked amazing, but if I had to take a quarterback for the next 5 years, I'm taking Shador over Kyler. Dak. Dak, I think, is a star. He's better than everybody we've listed so far under him. He's nowhere close to these guys, I don't think. I think star is pretty perfect for Dak. For good old Dak. How about Danny Jones? He looked pretty solid this season before he got hurt. Now, I think he was carried by Jonathan Taylor in his offensive line for sure. At the beginning of the year, he looked amazing. Then, when on Jonathan Taylor slowed down, he didn't look as good. So I think he probably. I mean, I can't rank him below Shedeur and Bryce Young. I'm gonna put him at the very top of this list. I mean, him and Bryce Young, kind of a toss up. Yeah, I'm gonna put him above Bryce Young though. I think he's at the very top of this list as far as developmental star upside goes. But it's interesting because he's already so far into his career to call him developmental. But I mean, can you really count the Giants? We got Bo Nix. Bo Nix is another polarizing one. The Broncos are what, 10-2, 11-2. They look pretty solid. I don't think Bo Nix is a world beater by any means, though. He's had some great moments coming back against the Giants. That fourth quarter against the Giants, he looked great. But he just overall, he is not. He doesn't seem like anything too crazy special to me. I would say he's probably below Caleb Williams. I think he's above Daniel Jones and Bryce Young. So this is probably the perfect spot to put him there. Geno is he's ass now, unfortunately for Geno. Anthony Richardson is ass. T-Law. T-Law is paid like he is a star or a superstar, and sometimes he plays like it, but he's kind of like Kyler. Yeah, I mean, he's like Kyler with way less mobility. At times he looks amazing, but then he's just never really Tacoba. Sorry about that. At times he looks amazing, but he's just never really gotten to where everybody thought he was, especially with how hyped he was. I mean, he's almost a bust, which is crazy to say for somebody who's played for so long. Patrick Mahomes. I'm not putting him there, guys. I as a 49ers fan, it pains me to look at Mahomes in general or say good things about him. So we're just gonna put him there and move on to the next one. Jared Goff. That's a fun one. A lot of people would say Jared Goff is pretty interesting to Brock, or pretty comparable to Brock Purdy. He's not a star. He's better than Kyler and T-Law, though. Now you put T-Law in the Lions offense. He probably looks pretty comparable to Goff, I would say. I mean, it's interesting. I don't love the name of it. Developmental with superstar upside. I'm gonna put him at the top of this list but he's. I mean, right now I'm taking him over Bo Nix. But if you ask me for the next 5 years, I'd rather have Bo Nix. So it's an interesting. I'm gonna leave him in developmental star upside. I don't love the name of it. I'm just gonna say I don't know. I don't know what to rename it. We're just gonna leave him there. What else we got? CJ Stroud. That's another fun one. At one point, his rookie year, he was hyped up like he was a top 5 quarterback in the league. Like people had him up here after a rookie year, which is insane. Same with Jaden Daniels. Now Jaden got hurt, so I won't hate on him as much, and we'll get to him. But CJ now, he has not looked good at all for this whole year. Honestly, last year he didn't look good either. He's probably got to be in the average starter tier right now. No, he's above Kyler. He's above Shador. He's on the same tier as Bryce Young, I would say, with what he's shown recently. If you take away his rookie year, people will talk about him the same way as they talk about Bryce Young. People would be talking about Houston moving on from him, but he just was so good as a rookie. I think that's probably the perfect spot for him. What we got? What we got next? This is 9 here. All right, Stafford. We'll go Herbert. Jay Herbo. This is another interesting spot. A lot of people would have put him up here. I just watched him play the Eagles last night. It was not good. He's above Bo Nix. He's above Caleb Williams. I might take Dak over him. He's low tier star, I would say. I thought with Harbaugh he would look amazing. I mean, Harbaugh made every quarterback look good. He made 9 look good in college. He made Kaepernick look good. He made Alex Smith look good when he had him. But I mean, Herbert has been solid, but he hasn't done anything special. I think low tier star is probably a pretty spot on place for him. What else we got? We got Stafford. I'm not putting Stafford there. Stafford is he's played like a superstar this year. I'll give him that. He's been very solid for sure. He's the MVP favorite, but he's not on these guys' level, I don't say. But he's definitely above these two. I think superstar is probably the perfect tier for Stafford there. What we got? You got Tua. Is that the next real? I mean, a lot of these guys I'm just gonna skip. I'm not gonna spend an hour. Oh, Jordan Love. I did not see Jordan Love. He's another interesting one. He has times where he plays really good. I mean, he's been in the league too long for me to put him at developmental. Who would I take? Justin Herbert or Jordan Love? I'm taking Dak over both of them. I think he's pretty comparable with Herbert. He's in a better offense, I would say. He's had more success in his career. He's showed it in the playoffs against the Cowboys that one year. So I think he deserves to go above Herbert. What else we got? Is this JJ McCarthy? Man, a lot of people. I don't know what to do. He's probably got to be on par with Michael Penix, with Peen Boy. He's probably above Peen Boy though. He looks solid at times, but for the most part, he's not really. He looks against what the Lions. He looked good against the Commanders. He looked good. Outside of that, he's been horrible. So I don't think I could put him any higher than that. Jameis, I absolutely love Jameis Winston. Some of my favorite games every single year is when Jameis Winston comes in. Whether the starter gets hurt or they just play horrible and they got to put Jameis in. I absolutely love watching Jameis Winston play football. If we were talking about pure entertainment, how much I like them as a quarterback, Jameis Winston would be at the top. But we're talking about how good they actually are. He's probably a fringe starter, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can. I want to. My heart wants to put him higher, but my brain, I just can't justify it. Drake May's a fun one. If you ask Drake May lover, you'd be here. I don't think he deserves to be there right now. He's above Caleb Williams, I would say. Yeah, I don't think he's above Herbert. I mean, this year he's played better than Herbert. You know what? Who would I rather have, Drake May or Justin Herbert? I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll put him below Herbert for now. But that is not going to last very long. I feel like in the next few years he's going to shoot up here. Drake May is very good. I like Drake May a lot. He might even be a Tom Brady clone, some would say. But I think right now that's a good spot to put him. Tua. At the beginning of the year, I think you would have had Tua at the bottom, fringe starter probably. That's probably where he is now. At the beginning of the year, I think he's lower. He's above Jameis, I would say. He's kind of in the perfect system for him. I mean, Mike McDaniel is very good at scheming up what Tua is, and Tua still hasn't had much success with it. I think Miami's going to replace him soon. So yeah, he's probably a fringe starter. On everybody above him, I would take above over him. So I think fringe starter is pretty dead on. Am I missing any starters in the top two rows? I don't think so. Trey Lance, that's a name. I'm not even gonna rank him. How do you rank Trey Lance? Is this Tyler Show? What does he even look like? I don't even know. That's not Tyler Show. That's Spencer Rattler. What is Tyler Show? I can't believe I thought that was Tyler Show for a second. That's Spencer Rattler. Where is Tyler? Is Tyler even on this list? Is this Tyler? This is Tyler. Is this Tyler? Is that Tyler? I'm gonna assume this is him. I gonna be completely honest, I can't really tell, but we're gonna assume it's him. Um, the Saints have been awful this year. They have been absolutely horrendous. But Tyler Show has looked pretty good. I know a lot of Saints fans on Twitter are hyping him up, and saying that they think they have the QB of the future, and I don't think I am going to argue against them. Um, I'm gonna put him. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna put him next to Shador. I'm gonna put him under Shador, but I mean, I think Shador had a better game this weekend than Tyler has had. Period. But he also, I mean, the Saints are worse than the Browns for sure. Shador definitely is much like Shador's coach is hating on him, but he has better players surrounding him. Russell Wilson, I mean, at this point in your career, you're an average backup. At one point in a very large portion of Russell Wilson's career, he put a lot of fear into me as a 49ers fan, but that's just not the case anymore, and I kind of am happy that I don't ever have to watch my team get fucked by Russell Wilson again because there was a lot of that. What do we have? Jackson Dart. That's a fun one. Jackson Dart has looked really good this year. Bo Nix or Jackson Dart? That's an interesting one. Bo Nix, way better team, has had more success, but Jackson Dart, he's definitely looked flashier. He's made a lot more plays. I think I have to put Bo Nix above him for now, but I like Jackson Dart a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if people are saying he's better than Bo Nix by this time next year. What else we got? Who do we go to next? Jalen Hurts. He's down. No, I can't imagine the hate I would get if I put him down there. Jalen Hurts. He's not top three tiers. He's just not. He is surrounded by so much talent, but he's also. I mean, he's better than Jared Goff. He's right now. I'm taking Jalen Hurts over. I mean, I don't like the name of this tier. I got to be honest. I don't like the name of this tier. It works for these guys. It does not work for Jalen Hurts. I don't think he has superstar upside necessarily. Jalen Hurts has played amazing in a Super Bowl he lost. He's had a lot of good moments, but I think when stuff is not perfect around him, he really just breaks down and he's not very good. If we're just ranking it, forget these names on the side. If we're just ranking it based off of this, I think he's probably above Caleb Williams. I guess I'll put him. I'll put him at the very bottom of star. I think he's done enough in his career to earn that. I would take Drake May over him. I would take Justin Herbert over him though. Mac Jones in a Jaguars jersey. Now, Mac Jones, a lot of people were saying the 49ers should play Brock Purdy over Mac Jones. That was ridiculous. Mac Jones came in and he played well, and the only reason the 49ers season is still alive is because of him. But I think Kyle Shanahan's system is amazing for him. I think he's better than Tua. I think he could be an average starter. You get him into a good system, surround him with some talent. I think he could be. I think he could be very interesting or very. I don't know why I keep mistaking the word interesting with comparable, but I think he could be very comparable with Trevor Lawrence. My glorious king Brock Purdy. What are we gonna do? How much bias am I gonna have here? Brock Purdy almost won an MVP. 2023 NFL MVP final voting. I think he was fourth. It was 2023, right? Yeah, he finished fourth in MVP. Now, he was a distance fourth between everybody, but before that Ravens game, he was number one. Like, he was the MVP favorite that deep into the season. This is an amazing season. Now, I understand how stacked that 2023 team was, and last year he didn't look very good. This year, he hasn't looked the best. I mean, of recent, he's played a lot better. He's had a few. The Panthers game was rough. The Jaguars game was rough. But outside of that, I mean, he's looked pretty solid. He's had a lot of flashes back to his 2023 year. I am happy to have him as the 49ers quarterback. I think he's a star. I would take Jalen Hurts over him. Or I would take him over Jalen Hurts. Sorry, I missaid that. Specifically in their current scheme, I think Brock Purdy runs that offense better than Jalen Hurts does the Eagles' offense. If there's no run game, and there really hasn't been for the 49ers this year, and the offense has still put up a lot of points with Brock Purdy on a lot of occasions, even with so many injuries, horrible offensive line, very little run game. Jalen Hurts would crumble in that situation. I would take Brock Purdy over him. Everybody else above him, I mean, yeah, I think this is a fair place to put Brock Purdy. Jayden Daniels. I spoke about him a little bit earlier when we were ranking CJ Stroud. I mean, the Commanders were so injured this year, I don't think it's fair to put that much emphasis on it. Now, that being said, he's nowhere close to where people were ranking him last year. That was ridiculous. I would say he's above. Who do I want? Caleb Williams or. I'm going to put Caleb Williams above him. I think he's right there. I think he's above Bo Nix, below Caleb Williams. I think he has superstar upside. But right now, I would take Caleb Williams above him. I don't think I'm going to put Jalen Hurts here. I would take Caleb Williams and I would take Jayden Daniels above Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I think I'm going to move Jalen Hurts down there. That makes me feel a lot better about the list. Do we have any starters left? Aaron Rodgers. Man, Aaron Rodgers. He used to be, I mean, for probably 10, 12, 15 years, he was guaranteed elite. We're well past that at this point, though. He is, I mean, at this point in his career, developmental, we're just not going to. He's obviously not developmental. He's 40 plus at this point. He's kind of like Jared Goff. Yeah. I think if he was in the Lions offense, he would be putting up really big numbers still. Steelers offense has a little bit of talent. I think this is a fair place to put Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career. I think Jared Goff probably is a little bit better than him at this point in his career. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good last weekend, but he's also had a lot of bad games. So I think that's a fair place to put him. Do we have any other starters left? I'm trying to think. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 35, so I think that's all the starting quarterbacks. Wait, is Sam Darnold on here? Samuel. Where is Samuel? There he is. Sam Darnold. He was amazing last year. He's been pretty damn good this year. Looked horrible against the Rams. First week against the 49ers, he wasn't very good. But outside of that, I mean, he runs the Seahawks offense well. The Seahawks defense definitely carries him, just like the Vikings defense, I would say. I don't trust him come playoff time. He'll have to prove that. But as a regular season quarterback, I'd probably put him like right here. Take him above Jackson Dart right now. No, I'd probably put him right next to Jared Goff. He's above Aaron Rodgers. He's not above Jared Goff. I think that's a good spot to put him. Do we have? Not gonna rank Flacco. Kenny Pickett. Is there anybody else that's? Oh, Baker. I definitely have to rank Baker. Start of this year, Baker was star. I mean, he was like the white Dak Prescott, I would say. Now the team's gotten hurt and Baker hasn't played very good. I would say Baker is probably. I'll put him below Brock Purdy. I think he's like right under Brock Purdy. I think that's a good spot for Baker Mayfield. He could be a star when everything's going well with the Buccaneers. He was the MVP favorite for the beginning of the season. But then the wheels kind of fell off and it hasn't looked the best. I know there's been so many injuries for the Buccaneers, but I think that's a fair place to put Baker. What else we got? Teddy, Carson, no. I don't think there's anybody else I really want to rank here. I guess Justin Fields I could rank. He's a starter right now. I don't think he's going to be a starter very much longer. I think after Justin Fields, that'll be the last one I rank here. So where are we going to put Justin Fields? I actually wanted him coming out of college when we drafted when the 49ers drafted Trey Lance. I wanted the 49ers to draft Justin Fields. Looking back at it, I mean, could it have gotten worse than Trey Lance? I don't think so, but I don't think Justin Fields would have succeeded in the Shanahan system either. Matter of fact, I pretty much know he wouldn't. I don't think he's a fringe starter anymore. I mean, the Jets are bad. He has not looked any good, though. I think he can be a high-level backup. I think he could come in, maybe go to the Ravens, and then if Lamar gets hurt, he could come in and run the Ravens offense. I think that would be kind of an okay spot for him. I don't know. I mean, I think he could go to like a place like the Chargers and have some success. I know Trey Lance has looked okay when he's gotten a little bit of time, mostly in the preseason. But I don't think there are too many positions or too many situations where he could be in where he is successful. And the Jets is certainly not one of them. So I think that's a fair spot to put him. I think I like my list. I don't think I'm going to move anything. Yeah, I think this is my NFL tier list. I kind of jumped around a little bit. Like some of the guys, I was like, oh, for the next 5 years, I'd rather have this guy. And then I was like, well, right now. So I jumped around a little bit like that, but I do like how the list turned out. So this is how I rank every NFL quarterback. At least I mean, there's a bunch more down here, but I don't think I'm going to rank them. This is how I rank every NFL quarterback this year.